Welcome to Nollywood Radio France. Your host is Cyprian Josson. This program has been brought to you by Nollywood Croissance Magazine. Additional support is provided by our partner Ubaodi Omondiwe, Goodwill Ambassador, Nollywood actress, singer, songwriter, humanitarian and victim advocate. Please stay tuned.
This is Nollywood Radio France. I'm in America. I am Cyril Ibe, Assistant Professor of Journalism and Mass Communications at a university in Ohio. And with me in Charitable, France, is the publisher of a new website devoted to Nollywood. Nollywood is the movie-making industry in Nigeria. Mr. Cyprian Josson, welcome to Nollywood Radio France.
Thanks for having me.
You are the publisher of a website and a magazine. The magazine is called Nollywood Croissance Magazine.
That's correct.
Tell us what prompted you to publish a magazine focusing on the movie-making industry of Nigeria.
Now, first of all, I'll like to say that before publishing this magazine, I've already published a book before. I'm a publisher of books, and also I'm a writer at the same time. So this gave me the opportunity to come up with a new product. But coming to this magazine, the Nollywood Croissance Magazine, it came up. The idea came up in my classroom when I was teaching geography. We were on a subject on globalization, and I was talking about Bollywood, Hollywood, and in the textbook, I noticed that something was missing. Nollywood was not included in the textbook. Now, I asked some of my students what Nollywood means. They said, they told me, no, we never had anything about that. So I talked about Nollywood that afternoon, and then when I got home, it prompted me, I was inspired really to come up with something. What more, I searched on the internet, and I went round to see if there's any magazine that has been published in French language on the subject, and there was none. So I called some of my friends that have been working with me for a while, and they agreed to follow me in this project. And that came up with the magazine. The first issue we published in January, February issue. It's a bi-monthly magazine. And now we're now going to the second issue, which we're going to talk about.
How did you come up with the name of the magazine? It's called Nollywood Croissance Magazine. What is croissance in French?
Now, I wanted to use the English word for croissants, which is boom. Now, it didn't sound, it didn't sound well, fine. And now I said, okay, what I'm going to use, I'm going to use Nollywood. Then I add a French word, croissance, which means the booming industry. Boom. It's like you can see, for some of the Nollywood fans listening to us, if you go on the internet, you have so many movies you can watch. Different ones, subtitled and non-subtitled, drama, tragedy, love stories, whatever. So that inspired me to use the name Croissants. But I could have used boom also, Nollywood, boom, booming industry. I said no. As a creator, it's somehow difficult to come up with a name. but at the same time, croissant sounds fine, sounds very good. Croissant sounds very good. So I said, okay, why not croissants? And again, when the magazine came out, it came out on the 14th of January, people liked the name, Croissants, Nollywood Croissance Magazine.
Oui. You live in Charitable, France. How does living in this ancient city in France, how does living there inspire you to come up with this magazine on Nollywood?
Now, the point is, when you've lived in an ancient city, like you said, for a very long time, what are you seeing? You're here with the natives. When I mean the natives, there's white, French, and people that's like me that have stayed here for a very long time. So the idea is to find a bridge. The bridge is a touch with Africa. Now, I can say I'm lucky because, for first of all, I've been watching Nollywood movies for a long time. Now, I can say I'm one of the fans of Nollywood movies. I watch because it takes me down to, cuts off what I call nostalgia for having lived here for a very long time. So that's one source of my inspiration. Now, the second source of my inspiration comes on the screen. Here in France, the type of movies we watch here, we are now used to watching, if you want, Hollywood movies or French movies. Now, you rarely find black characters in these movies. And when you find them, the role given to them is not worth it. Now, Nollywood, it's a blessing for, I can say it's a big blessing for the African diaspora and anybody living outside Africa that can now identify with your own images, with your own stories, and with your own people. Now, I can say somebody said that Nollywood, a very good definition, that Nollywood is a cinema by black people, for black people, and using black stories. I think it's not somebody will not come out to say I'm Afrocentric. No, it's identifying with your culture. And this is what really inspired me, that's empowered me more again to go ahead with this magazine, the publication of this magazine. Never mind the incident that happened in my classroom, that I opened a textbook and then find Nollywood. So that's the way I say it.
You're listening to Nollywood Radio France. I'm Cyril Ibe, Assistant Professor of Journalism and Mass Communications, and I'm speaking with the publisher of Nollywood Croissance Magazine in France. His name is Cyprian Josson. He will join us for part 2 of my conversation. Don't go away.